Hey, and welcome to Soul Growth. It is the end of 2025, and firstly, celebrate yourself. Congratulations for being here and for making it through, because do you know what? 2025 has been a lot. And if you've been squeezed and tested and called to face stuff that you've avoided for years, whatever way that you have been tested this year, good. Because that is exactly what this year was designed to do. As you already know, 2025 has been a 9 year, and it has been designed to bring all of the crap up, not to try and take you out, not to steer you off course, but to clear out all of the crap, all of the rubbish, all of the ways that you've been settling and tolerating things that you know aren't really meant for you, that some previous version of you accepted as a standard in your life. All of that has needed to be cleared and let go, released, because it's not meant to come with you, A, in your next chapter of life, but B, in this next cycle. 2026 is an astrological 1 year. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about planting the seeds and becoming who you're truly meant to be, beyond the masks, beyond the performance, beyond the ways that you're acting because you're trying to prove yourself, because deep down inside you don't really feel like you're good enough. All of those things cannot come with you in this next cycle. You still have time to release those things. You know, just because it is the end of 2025, it's not like a hard cut off. There's always like an energetic hangover. The energy still lingers for some time. So I'd say you've got January, and then February is the Chinese New Year. You know, currently we are in the year of the snake. The snake is about shedding and dissolving this old identity that brought you to where you are now, but cannot take you to your next level. It's been about shedding that and releasing that. So again, through that lens, when you reflect on this year, it should give you a deeper understanding of why you've experienced some of the things that you have, even though they've been uncomfortable and hard, and no sane person would choose them sometimes. But it's not us that's choosing them, it's our soul. Our soul sees more than us, knows more than us. And when I say us, I mean our human and our ego and all of this stuff that we've taken on that we believe to be us as our core truth. All of that can't come. So as we move into February and the year of the snake comes to an end, you can see how there's still that timing to allow you to release some of the stuff that may just still be lingering. You know, some stuff is really, really stubborn, depending on how long you've been holding on to it for, or how it served you in your life. It might be a little bit harder to release, but it doesn't mean it's not necessary. Just because something's hard, just because something's difficult, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. And right now, you know exactly what it is that you need to let go of, be it a habit, a person, an environment, whatever that looks like for you. Or perhaps it's just completely embracing like that next level of you, the version of you that's like poking out the sides and popping up its head and it's like, hey, I'm here. And you can see them, and also it scares you a little bit. So perhaps you hide, you're playing like peekaboo with them. Like, I see you, no I don't. I see you, no I don't. You know, when you're feeling strong, you're ready to receive them. And when you're feeling a little bit wobbly, you want to turn your back on it. You know, taking that in and owning that perhaps that is what you need to do. But whatever it is you need to do, you already know what that is for you. As we move into March, we move into nature's new year. This is the new year that we are biologically wired for, that we are biologically coded for, that our ancestors used to live by once upon a time. This is when nature begins to wake up. Right now, nature is in a deep slumber. Everything is still. Everything looks bare. But all of it is not how it appears to be. And it's all preparing itself to come back for the new season of spring, of waking up, of expanding, of growing, of doing what it came here to do, to bloom. And that's the same for you and for me. So there's still some overlap. Even though the calendar year has changed, there's still time for you to shed the final layers of what just isn't meant for you. It's not meant to come with you. Change and growth isn't easy. It isn't comfortable. It's not supposed to be, because much of how we learn is through pain. It's through pressure. You know, every seed that is planted, it has to break in order to be able to grow. And that's very much the same with how we are wired for growth. But the fact that you are here, the fact that you still have so much desire within you of what you want to create and be and do and have in your life, shows that this is what you've been created for. As I've shared with you before, we're never given more than we can handle. And this year, when you look back on it and you look at the challenging times that you've been through, the ways that you've been squeezed and twisted, the fact of it is you're still here. I'm being shown that scene from The Hangover right now, where the guys are all complaining about the other guys driving. And he's like, but did you die though? And it's like, that is literally the universe and our soul to us right now, complaining about how hard this year has been. And the universe and your soul is literally like, but did you die though? It has been a lot. And there is not one person that I've spoken to this year that has not felt it in some way, shape or form. But the point to remember here is that we are stronger than we think. We can handle a lot more than we believe that we can. And as I've shared with you before, we're never given more than we can handle. And all of it is for your becoming. The episode that I shared with you at the beginning of this year about how this year is about not what you do, but about who you become. And that is really what this year has been about. It's been helping you be shaped into the person that you need to be for what is coming your way next year and the year after and all the years beyond that, preparing you for everything that you've asked for. And anywhere that you've not been in alignment with what it is that you've asked for, with the energy of this year, it's really been a slap in the face with it. And in a loving way for you to see the gap between who you're being right now and who you need to be to experience the things that you want to have in your life and in the ways that you want to have them. Everything in life goes through what is seen as an ending. But the truth from a spiritual perspective is that nothing ever ends. It just changes form. It just becomes something else. Often we fight so hard to hold on to the things that we have in our lives and that we think we want and that we think we need. But it's that holding on that is holding you back. And that's where the surrender and the faith comes in, and trusting that there is a reason for everything. Our soul sees more than us. Our soul knows more than us. And it's about learning to trust your soul and allowing it to lead you through the scary times, through the times that you see as you're on top of the world. And it's also opening yourself up to the possibility, to the idea that what's to come is better than what has come before. No matter where you're at in your life right now, how successful you deem yourself to be, how wealthy, how happy, open yourself up to the possibility that there is a higher level of those things to experience for you. And if you desire to have those things, then that is absolutely true for you. It's just about you letting go of the thoughts and the patterns and the beliefs and the ways of being that you have that are literally cock-blocking you from those things coming into your life. It's not an easy journey, and it's not meant to be, but it is all for a reason. It's all for your soul growth. And when you are feeling squeezed in life, instead of moving into that victim consciousness, it's about looking at it and finding the gifts in it. Looking beyond the pain and asking yourself, what is this here to teach me? What is this here to show me? What do I need to know? If you haven't reflected on 2025 so far, I really invite you to spend some time and do that for yourself. Give yourself that gift. One of the ways that I love to do this is reading back over my journals from the year and scrolling back through my phone and looking at whatever's in there, the photos, the screenshots, and reminding myself of the things that I've experienced this year. There's so much power in that reflection, and giving yourself that time to do that for yourself, there is a power in that. When I first thought about what I was going to share with you today, I thought it was going to be the truths that I've been reminded of this year, some of my lessons and some of my growth. But what I really got is that it's more important for you to reflect on your own stuff. I know that my lessons are for me, and I also know that part of them is for you too, but I see the lessons coming through in different ways in future episodes. And as I was sharing, it's more, what I got for today was really about inviting you into creating that space for yourself and reflecting on your year and opening yourself up to what comes through for you. A lot of this connects to the last episode around creating space, around listening to your own voice above anyone else's, including mine. Because ultimately this is about you, because everything starts and ends with you. So what is it that this year has called you to remember, to remind yourself of? What are the lessons you've learned? Look at the things that you found challenging and ask yourself, what was the gift in that? What was it trying to teach me? What is it that I need to let go of? What I find really powerful about reading back over my journals is you see patterns in yourself that you don't get to see otherwise. For me, I believe that I've been reminded of something for the first time in one season of my life, and reading back over my journal, I'm reminded that actually I first learned that in that season of life. I'd just forgotten it. And then through that, you see the pattern, what is it that's going on here? What do I need to release? What do I need to lean more into? What do I need to live by rather than just allowing it to serve me through times that I'm feeling squeezed? What does all of that look like for you? What comes up for you? And you could do this through journaling. You could do it through, as I do, reading back through old journals, or reading through your phone, or even just sitting down and allowing yourself that space to reflect. You know, you can just sit there and ask your higher self, what do I need to remember from this year that will serve me in this next season of my life? And allow yourself the space to receive that answer, or ask for it to come through in some other way. Sometimes I'll find myself pondering a question, and then I'll find myself randomly on a social media channel, for example. And I say randomly because I can hear in my head, I'm like, why am I here? Like, there's no reason for me to be here. And then bam, I see a post, I see some words, or I hear a song, and I'm like, oh, that's why I'm here. There's a message for you in that way. So whatever way it wants to come through for you, be open to that and allow it to come through in that way. The most important thing is for you to gain the truths and the lessons and the understandings and what it is for you to direct you on your next step. There is power and there is a gift in working with mentors and coaches and having them reflect that stuff back to you. And there's also a great power in discovering those things for yourself. Whatever 2025 has looked like for you, give yourself grace, give yourself gratitude. As I started out by sharing, celebrate yourself for being here and making it through, because again, this year has been a lot and it was supposed to be. I shared a bonus with you. It's a forgiveness frequency clearing. If you haven't already checked it out, I invite you to go listen to that. There is intentionally no intro. There's not me speaking. It just goes straight into the frequency. I was actually guided to share that with you. It's something that I created for YouTube, and I received the guidance very clearly to share it with you here on the podcast. All you have to do is press play and allow yourself to receive that energy, that frequency, and it will help you to clear and release some of the heaviness, some of the density of 2025, and move into this next season in a higher frequency. It's not a fix-all. You know, we don't do those. But it is something to assist you on your journey. Listen to it more than once. And one of the great things about it is that you can just have it playing whilst you're doing something else. You don't need to consciously sit there and be fully present in it. Allow the subliminal element of it to work on your energy and on your subconscious. That's a wrap on this episode, and it's also a wrap on 2025 here on Soul Growth. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me, and I look forward to connecting with you again next year in 2026. Until then, big love. Mwah.